Welcome back. We have reached the fourth and final game of day one of this tournament. Zach Stewart on the call with you for this tournament throughout the weekend. We've played 3 hockey games today, fourth and final game coming up between Team Blue and Team Red. Both of these teams sitting at 1-0 on the day. This game is going to be a good one. Team Blue had a comeback win where Team Red just dominated from the jump in both of their first games. So in for a thrilling matchup here at Cal Tire Place, the North Rink. There's 2 rinks here in Vernon. This tournament, the UMH-68 Invitational, the best 2011 born skaters here on the ice from all across the province, is sponsored by Iron Ghost Construction, recognized as a top contractor in multiple industries such as oil and gas, forestry, and agriculture, from building turnkey production facilities that produce canola oil, biodiesel, condensate, and oil, to keeping up with the industry changes in forestry where new technology and equipment are replacing that of the past. Iron Ghost specializes in the main structures with a large employment of iron workers, crane operators, and millwrights. Iron Ghost has successfully completed projects in BC, Alberta, and Saskatchewan. This tournament's also getting some help by Nature's Fair Markets. They've provided the dressing room snacks for all of the teams in this tournament, supplying Cliff Bars, bananas, and apples to the athletes here on the ice. Nature's Fair Markets, if it's good for you, we've got it. Also a huge contributor in this game, in this tournament, the biggest, is Jason Baudelaine. He has put on this whole thing. Is Up My Hockey with Jason Baudelaine is a hockey podcast about reaching your potential. Visit upmyhockey.com for information on mindset training for hockey players. Grow your mindset, grow your game. As we're getting ready for the fourth and final game of the day between Team Red and Team Blue. Looking at the rosters for each team, let's take a look first at Team Red. We got Logan Lonnie, Evan Kumo, Lyndon Dunkley, Wyatt Elgin, Liam Unwin, Harwin Heesby, Zach Leffler, Boston Erler, Quinn Herman, Trent Keenan, Ty Warnick, Casey Minneberry, Hayden Zigraliski, Jake Black, Ronan Gao, Jaden Avery in net, and Ian Rowe in net as well. On Team Blue, Tyler Rezitnik, Ryson Barker, Kinley Sisson, Karsten Patrick, Carson Wright, James Hopkins, Tristan Levesque-Mera, Theodore Kim, Kane Corkle, Jason Thompson, Declan McCrimmon, Gareth Dykins, Austin Schultz, Hudson Diceroth, Cole Mitchell, in net Tyson Oak, and Nicholas Buttle. In that first game for Team Blue, the goaltenders split the game almost perfectly in half. Swapping out at the halfway mark of the second period. See if they run the same kind of system here. In net for Team Blue, as 5-minute warm-up still ongoing here in this before this game starts. Coming down to the final 15 seconds. Now shoot-around commences. Taking a look at the stats for each team. For Team Red, they got a 4-2 win this morning. Goals coming from Evan Kumo, Boston Erler, Casey Minneberry, and Ronan Gao. For Team Blue, goals coming from Tristan Levesque-Mera on the power play. Got the first power play goal of the tournament. Also getting goals from Kane Corkle, Declan McCrimmon, Gareth Dykins, and Austin Schultz. In a comeback win, Team Blue was down 3-1 heading into the third period and scored 4 unanswered third period goals to get the win. So both undefeated teams here getting their final shots in, going to collect the pucks and get ready to get this game underway. Zach Stewart on the call with you for the rest of the tournament. We got 4 games tomorrow. Same timeline schedule, an 8:15 game, 10:45 game. Then we've got a break in the action before a 4:15 and a 6:45 game. So very similar, almost actually identical to this schedule today. And then that determines the gold and bronze medal game on Sunday. So just 2 games on Sunday here in Vernon. Pucks getting fired all into one bag on the far side of the ice. Still trying to collect them here in this one to get it started. Just curious to see what goalies are going to get action for both teams. Looking at Team Red, it looks like in net is going to be Ian Rao in net. For Team Blue, like I mentioned last time, they split their goaltending duos in half, so curious to see if they do something similar here in this game. And who gets the start? Last time it was Nicholas Buttle. This time could be Tyson Oak. Pucks finally getting collected, ready to go. Team Red skating around with their starting lineup out. Looks like they're going to start with Herman, Miniberry, and Black on the back end. Looks like it's going to be Heasby. No, switching D partners, so Dunkley and Lonnie. For Blue, they're going to start with Schultz up front, along with, not sure yet, still waiting to see what lineup they're going to roll out there for Team Blue. In net for Team Blue, I know that for sure, it's going to be Tyson Oak getting the start for Team Blue here in net in this 4th and final game of the day. Head coach for Team Blue still trying to roll out their line, see who they want out there, and it is going to be Thompson, Dykins, and Schultz on the back end, Hopkins and Wright. As we're underway here in the first period, final game of the day. Face-off one to start this off by Team Red. Black cutting towards the slot. He gets chipped off the puck by Hopkins. Black regains possession, looks towards the point. Now drop pass into the corner. Kicked out front. Miniberry trying to catch up to it. Black now at the blue line, keeping it in as well. Team Red started out their first game of the day in the same fashion. Dominant, high flying, coming out with momentum. Right in front, backhand into the leather of Oak, who flashes the glove early. In that first game for Team Blue, Oak came in down 3-1 and did not let up another goal in a comeback win for his Team Blue. Face-off coming in front of Oak. Coming to the left of him, his blocker hand side. Face-off, won back by Team Red. Warmick cycles it down low, catching up into this close side corner, stringing it out to the blue line, kept in by Unwin. Turnover though, Patrick trying to get out of the line. Leffler keeps it in. Warmick now trying to keep up on the far-hand side, jumping up as Heasby as well. Heasby, pinch does not work as the puck gets sent back behind the net of Team Blue. Centering feed, that one by Leffler. Sent back to the far-hand side. Heasby again with a big pinch. He'll take a bump there by McCrimmon. Leffler, close side corner. Puck gets sent to the far corner. McCrimmon picks it up. He'll take a bump. Drop pass. Unable to continue that puck momentum forward was Sisson. Sisson and McCrimmon battling for it. Heasby at the blue line. Sees an open shooting lane and shoots it on. Blocked in front by Patrick. Puck still deep in Blue territory. A minute and a half gone here in this opening period. As Team Red still continuing on. Ronan Gow comes away with it. Tries to make a move around one. Got it, but couldn't get around the second. McCrimmon now over the red line. Dumps it up into the air and goes for a line change. Still scoreless here early between Team Red and Team Blue. Puck stopped up behind the goaltender of Rao. Trying for a stretch. Collecting is Keenan, Trent Keenan. First one to the puck at the end boards. He's now battling. Gow steps in to help. Right there to get it back down close. Centering feed looking for Keenan. Just out of his reach. Too hot to handle on that centering feed. Out the other way. Coming down the ice is Levesque Mera. Puck gets sent around the outside behind the net to this close hand side of the boards to the blue line. Held in momentarily before it's kicked out. Levesque Mera battling in the neutral zone. Sending that one back down towards his own team. is Zigraliski. Out the other way, Zigraliski leaves it off for Gao with the shot. Couldn't beat the shoulder of Oak. Starting off just as dominant as he finished in his first game. Up ice, Barker. Barker's leading a rush from the back end. He gets down low behind the net. Gets it out towards his D partner back there, which would be Rezitnik. Out the other way, Gao and Rezitnik going head-to-head. Rezitnik comes away with it and leads a rush up ice. Rezitnik cuts to the middle, has Dykens beside him. Dykens just couldn't quite pick it up. As it's into the left corner, Theodore Kim battling towards the blue line. Nearly a turnover, but Kim keeps momentum of the puck, gets it over to Hopkins, fires it far side boards, gets around everyone as Lonnie, the first one back, no icing, just barely staying outside of the line. Perfectly placed weight by Hopkins there. Out with the puck on the far side of the ice, cutting down is Minaberry. Has a goal in his first game, snaps a shot, kick save. Not cleared though, Unwin with a shot, another tip. That's deflected on the back of the net. Looking for a potential wraparound, but electing not to on that far hand side. Now cutting towards, leaving that one off for Team Red was Quinn Herman. 2-on-1 the other way for Team Blue now. Leading a charge, the far side rips a shot. It looked like it might have crossed the line, but is a crossbar and out. Beautifully placed shot, just a tiny bit too high by Sam Corkle. As Minaberry slows things down to black on the far side half boards. Puck gets chipped out. Corkle trying to lead a rush, can't do it though. Out of gas, has to come for a line change. Unwin drops it off for Heasby. Heasby getting pressured by Schultz as Heasby enters into the offensive zone. He'll take a bump by Hopkins, but keep his momentum going. Heasby's a big defenseman back there for Team Red. Gets into a little bit of a shoving match with Hopkins. The puck comes to this close side blue line. Unwin able to keep it in momentarily before Cole Mitchell comes out with it. Cuts along to the far hand side, leaves it beside him for McCrimmon. McCrimmon makes a move now in the high slot, tries to go one more move, maybe one too many. Minaberry tied up, no call on the play. That one sneaks by Oak in net, sits at the end boards. First one there is Warmick to pick it up. Cycles it down low to Leffler. Leffler out to the blue line. Kuma goes down low, now stepping up is Yolgin. Yolgin has it on his backhand, but now getting shoved into this close side boards. Over 5 minutes gone here in this first period. Out to Kuma with a shot from a point. Had a goal in the same sight of mind in that first game, but couldn't get it by Oak in this one. Yolgin takes it in this close side point. Another shot on, tipped in front by Erler. He's got a goal in this tournament so far as well. Sissons battling on the far hand side. McCrimmon now looks to clear it, and it does go down the length of the ice. They will say no touch, so icing is the call against Team Blue. With this face-off coming back in front of Tyson Oak. 0-0. Still the score here in this game between these two teams early on. 5.5 minutes gone. You got Theodore Kim out to tell his teammates kind of a strategy he was hoping to get. Ronan Gao wins it forward. Saw him do that lots in his first game of this tournament. Puck comes free. Theodore Kim trying to get a bank pass and gets it over the blue line. 2-on-1. Levesque Mera just taps that wide of the net. Beautiful opportunity in front. Kim into the high slot. Gets his own puck back. He's driving out to the far hand side. Leaves it off to Barker at the point. Barker has quite the shot. Unleashed it a couple times earlier today. Behind the net. Kim on the backhand. Throws one in front. But Rao gets it out to the far hand side. Bobbling puck. Unable to keep that one in was Rezitnik, who will now recollect. Have to come back out. Team Red up to the puck with Trent Keenan. Keenan coming into the zone, has a drop pass option, but will elect to just drive it behind the net himself. He'll hit the boards hard. Now up with it. Barker tries for a lengthy chip up the boards, but that one just hit the wall and fell dead. Levesque Mera pulls it to his forehand, but on the ice, able to recover his Heasby turnaround shot into the chest and covered up by Rao for a whistle. Coming up on 7 minutes gone here in this first period. Still scoreless with two high talented teams winning their first games, doing battle here in the last game of the night. I was talking about this tomorrow's schedule earlier. 8:15, first game in the morning is going to be Team Gray versus Team Blue. Second game at 10:45, Team Red versus Team Black. To finish out the round robin, after that, the afternoon games, the second session of hockey tomorrow is going to be the first place team versus the fourth place team. Second against third. Hopkins forces his way back into his own zone. Couldn't quite clear it, kept in. Menaberry trying to cut towards the high slot. Turnaround shot, shoulder saved by Oak. That goes off to the far side half boards. Herman gets it down low to Menaberry, trying to be cut off the puck by Corkle. Herman back down to Menaberry in the far side boards, runs into Hopkins. Corkle right there to try to collect a loose puck, comes out close to Unwin with the shot. Almost screening his own goaltender, but Oak up to the task, tracking that one the entire way for the cover-up and clean save. Face-off coming up in front of him to his glove hand side. Face-off one back by Team Blue. Sisson takes it behind his own net. He'll unleash a shot, trying to get a cross-ice stretch pass up towards Cody Mitchell and Schultz, but unable to do so. Coming away with it in the neutral zone, Team Red. Drop pass to over on the far hand side to Yolgin. He'll do a spin pass, looking up ice, but Patrick takes over, backtracking in his own territory. Turnover, coming into the zone. Menaberry takes a shot, but saved once again by Oak. This time in the glove, but then protecting it with the body, always securing it. Just kind of like in baseball as well, you can't make the catch, but you have that second hand there just to protect it in case of a bobble. Same thing there with Oak. Got it in the glove, but had his body in the right position in case it tried to sneak on through. Face-off coming on the far hand side of the ice to the blue line, stopping up with it. Kumra takes a shot through traffic, gets off to the sideboards. Leffler goes down low. Warmick bounces it high off the end boards. Erler, tries to get body contact in the far side corner. Cody Mitchell wraps it around his own net, over for Ward Schultz, up into the air, still battling in blue territory at the blue line now. Yolgin able to hold the line and get that one back down low, trying for a second attempt, but that one's out for McCrimmon, who's out on a break pass. Elects to just try to chip it down. Him and Cody Mitchell will combine to hit their guy into the board, but puck stays in Red possession. Cody Mitchell battling at the blue line, able to just dump that one down deep and go for a line change. McCrimmon stays on to apply the forecheck. He'll get knocked down to the ice, back up on his feet. 11:10 to go here in this first period. Kim couldn't hold the blue line. Schultz does, though. Sends a shot on. It was a little bit of a knuckling puck, kicked into the corner by Rao. Dice-Roth onto the ice, couldn't hold the blue line, sending Rezitnik down to his own goaltender behind the net. He'll get a bump. Defensive partner Barker trying to take over. Rezitnik and Barker with Dice-Roth saving the day and stirring that one off to the side. Kim enters the zone, but offside is the call. They're going to say Levesque Mera was just astride in front of the blue line. You saw him trying to drag his foot, just could not quite tiptoe his way around the line successfully. Neutral zone face-off is going to come up on the far side of the ice. Kim to take the draw. Unable to win that one back. Coming away with it is Dunkley. Up this close side boards of him. Ronan Gao goes inside out. Keeps it. Drop pass to Keenan, who couldn't pull the trigger, and I don't think he was quite expecting that drop pass. Dice-Roth in the neutral zone. Chips that one forward, looking for Theodore Kim, battling at the blue line of Red territory. Gets sent back, forcing Barker behind his own zone to play it. Chipped into the offensive zone by Levesque Mera. Barker stepping up, keeps it in at the blue line, snaps a shot. That one rides up the blocker of Rao and off to the sideboard safely. Team Red, stretch pass on a breakaway, snaps a shot into the top corner, beating it over the blocker. Hayden Zigwerliski gets his first goal of the tournament, first goal of this game to break the scoreless tie, make it 1-0 Team Red. just over 10 minutes gone, 9:58 to go here in this first period. And Team Red now has a 1-0 lead. It's a beautiful stretch pass to send Hayden Zigraliski on a breakaway. And he snaps it top corner, makes no mistake. First goal that Oak has given up in this tournament so far. And it's a 1-0 Team Red lead. Herman trying to get over the blue line, but Minneberry was too far over, so offside is the call against Team Red. So neutral zone face-off coming up just outside of Team Blue territory. Face-off won back by Team Red. Trying to have a set play off to the far side face-off dot. Gets broken up by Team Blue though, but Heasby collects it at the blue line. Comes to his D partner, Unwin. Trying to step up with it. Minneberry there, over to Herman. Herman has that one lost off his stick. As Blue is coming up on a rush on this close hand side. Korkel looks for Dykins on the far side, but unable to connect him right down the seam. Minneberry, one touch pass to Herman, going one-on-one with Hopkins. Herman, toe drag shot, and that's off the top corner and stays out somehow. So both teams in this game now have a crossbar out. Posts being the best friend of the goalie so far in this one. That puck goes back towards Red territory, forcing them to back skate with it. Unwin gets a stretch pass looking for Jake Black. Going to go down the length, no icing, as Black got there before the puck got to the end boards. He gets hit off the puck. Team Red still on the attack in the offensive zone. Heasby takes a bump by Dykins. Continues his momentum towards the net. Looks for a sharp angle shot. Keeps it along the ice. It cruises through the crease. Out to the blue line. Kept in by Unwin. That was Uelgen, actually, who kept that one in and loose in front. Collapsing his glove on it is Oak for a whistle, but it's a 1-0 Team Red lead over Team Blue. Thanks to a goal by Hayden Zigraliski, his first of the tournament. And it's going to be a 1-0 game. Defensive zone face-off for Team Blue, offensive for Team Red. Comes out to the far-hand side, poked down to the end boards. Patrick rings that one forward, but kept in by Uelgen. He'll drive it towards the net, take a shot. Sent down to the ice in front. Sissons gets his man out of the way. McCrimmon centering feed to Cody Mitchell. Unable to get him to it. Was that one sent out? At the own blue line coming up. Kumra gets hit into the boards by McCrimmon. And Cole Mitchell now hammers his man to the ground. Leffler gets pressured from behind by Barker. Couldn't get a clean shot off as now they're pinned at the end boards. Coming in to help out, Cole Mitchell. Over to McCrimmon. Pokes it back behind his net for Ward Sissons. Works it around this close side boards. Centering feed, Cole Mitchell has McCrimmon on the far hand side. Overskates the puck. Has to stop back and retreat. Allows Team Red to get a full line change as Sissons collects it behind his own net. Now skates up ice, looking to set up a play. Blocked in front, Zigraliski almost picks that one off. Kept in at the blue line. Now taken out by Ronan Gow. He'll just get it over to Dunkley. Sends it down right corner to left corner. Zigraliski the first one there. He'll eat a hit into the boards, leave it off for Gow. Driving the net, sharp angle shot, but couldn't quite get all of it. So stirred off to the side by Oak. Fires that one high up into the air, into the red line area. Kim pressures his man now. Schultz on a breakaway, coming in, puts it right into the chest of Rao for a cover-up and a whistle. Team Blue getting a golden opportunity with Schultz on a breakaway. Austin Schultz from Prince George, one of the shorter players in this tournament this weekend, 4'11". Measures Schultz. He's got a goal this tournament. In the first game this morning, it was an empty net goal, but it still counts the same. Face-off coming up in front of Rao. One back by Team Red, sent behind their own net. Levesque Mera trying to be the first one there, and that one comes up and a pinch. Bad pinch decision by Barker, leads to a 2-on-1. Sliding back door, Herman just out of reach of him. You could see the smoke coming out of his skates. He was trying to hustle up to the puck, but just couldn't quite do it. Puck battle, coming away with it is Black. Over to Minneberry, unable to do so. Now Kim going down the ice, trying to cut a corner to this close hand side. Jump cut around his man. Diceroth sends one towards net, blocked in front. Diceroth having to collect his own rebound. Levesque Marie and Diceroth get it at the blue line as that one stays in. Goes to Barker. Barker with a shot. That one's deflected in front. Rebound onto the tape of Kim. He'll hammer the brakes, get free from an attacker. Try to cycle back down along behind Lonnie. Out to the blue line. Taken off by Herman. So up the ice the other way in a rush is Team Red. Herman looks for a pass and elects just to shoot it and gets it into the chest. Puck falls safely into the glove of Tyson Oak for a cover-up and a whistle. Still a 1-0 lead here for Team Red, thanks to Hayden Zigraliski. And a face-off now coming up on this close hand side of the ice in blue territory. Ronan Gao unable to win that one back as Wright takes it behind his own net along the boards. Collecting it is Thompson, looking for a centering feed to Corkle. That one's intercepted by Keenan, but Thompson gets the puck back. Tries to get it over to Dykins. Skate to stick, unsuccessful. Goes into the left corner of red territory. Kept it in at the blue line, unable to actually, it skips off the stick of Hopkins. Sends a feed over, intercepted by Keenan. Keenan driving the net and trying to sneak one by in the backhand. Still puck is loose to this close side boards. Everyone jamming away at it. Hopkins fires it far hand side over to Thompson, who will reverse course deeper into his own territory, looking for help, and a blocker save by Oak. Gao button hooking, top of the circle. Still in possession, turnaround, looking for a shot. Doesn't really see much of a lane, and that one's intercepted out the other way. Thompson now 2-on-0. Thompson and Corkle, but great defensive play there by Heasby to get back and use his stick, reach around the man that got a step on him, and take that one away. It was a 2-on-0 guaranteed if Heasby didn't use his reach to get that one away. Puck sent to the end boards. Hopkins leaves it off for his D partner, but Corkle comes in and helps out to get that one free. Thompson, drop pass over to Dykins. He gets overtaken. Team Red back onto the attack here. 4.5 minutes to go in this first period with the shot by Warmick, but that one's blocked in front. Thompson off the far side boards. Last game of the day here in day number 1 of the UMH-68 Invitational, brought to you by Iron Ghost Construction. It's a 1-0 game here in the final one of the day. 4:01 to go in the first period. Hayden Zigralowski making this one a 1-0 game, but face-off coming up for an offensive zone draw for Team Blue. Defensive for Team Red, trying to clear out in front of the crease of Rao. Face-off won by Blue. McCrimmon trying to stick handle his way to a better shooting position. He'll get the puck, trying to chip it to the end boards. Get free out in front. A lacrosse attempt, a Michigan-style attempt at the back of the net there. Some coaches love that, some coaches hate that. Schultz gave it his best effort, couldn't quite get it popped up on his stick as Reds trying to clear out their own zone. Held into the blue line, nope, pops over the stick of Riley as he gets shoved into his own bench. Cole Mitchell cutting right down the middle, dropped off towards Riley. Riley with the shot, blocker save to the end boards by Rao. Lost stick of a defenseman, still trying to get it in possession. Cutting towards the slot, Cole Mitchell. Too much of a congestion in front of him as McCrimmon couldn't connect on a pass with him. Sissons now forced back deep into his own territory. Try to pick up the puck. He's getting pressured the entire time and forces a turnover. Is Team Red to Dunkley with a shot, tipped just wide. It was Jake Black who forced that turnover in the offensive zone for Team Red. Popped out to Kim. Kim going on the far side boards, trying to get a step on Lonnie. Unable to do so as Lonnie holds him out to the far side boards. Great defensive play. Leaves it for Levesque Mera, who's got a goal in this tournament, a power play goal. Stepping up on a pinch attempt, unable to connect on that one was Rezitnik. Good thing he had Kim and his D partner Sissons watching his back, so it didn't come back to bite him. Team Red on the attack, trying on the far hand side. Black leaves it off for the point, takes a shot on, loose rebound in front, trying to pull it to the forehand. Herman couldn't get it by Oak and then cleared out of the crease by his teammate, alleviating some pressure momentarily. Out in the high slot, gets it over towards Lonnie. Manyberry gets taken down to the ice, shot on tipped, reactionary save, and another sliding save going towards the post is Tyson Oak to keep this one out. Great couple saves by him, and now a penalty coming up with 2 minutes to go here in this first period. It is going to be a tripping call heading up towards Quinn Herman of Team Red from North Vancouver. So Herman's going to go sit for 2 minutes, giving Team Blue a power play opportunity in this game. Tristan Levesque-Mera scored a power play goal for this team in their first game this morning. Face-off, one back by Team Blue. Rezatnik goes D to D, but too far behind the line as Barker's got to force himself out into the neutral zone. Rezatnik turns up ice with it, runs into Unwin as that one's lobbed down into Blue territory. Barker coming back up, heads down the far hand side, cuts towards the middle, going right down the seam, stick handling his way through. Almost holding the line on the far hand side was Thompson, but unable to, and that one comes down. Forcing Rezatnik in front of his own goaltender, Oak. Up iced on the far hand side, off his stick, Dykins almost picking it up, still applying pressure on the forecheck. Shot down the ice, which allows the goal scorer in this game, Hayden Ziggersliski, to take a shot on. That one's pushed off by the stick of Oaks. Short-handed, opportunity in the offensive zone. Unwin spinning around with it. 1 minute to go on the power play. Under a minute to go in this first period. Barker with a great back check to get a stick lift and spur Dykins over the blue line. Drop pass, miscommunication, going for a line change and not receiving the pass. Sends Rowan Gow down the ice. Him and Hopkins get tussled up. Yolgan at the red line. He'll get it back down, but delayed offside. Having to go off is Gow. Puck to the end boards. Hopkins looking up ice. Goes to the far hand side. Cole Mitchell just out of his reach. 20 seconds to go in this first period. 24 seconds to go on the power play. So as it stands right now, Team Blue is set to start off the second period on a brief power play. Have one last rush attempt if they elect to take it. Cole Mitchell, 5 seconds left, goes over into the neutral zone, up to Schultz. 2 seconds, Schultz unleashes a shot, but into the chest of Rao for the cover and whistle as this one takes us to the second period. 40 minutes are in the books here in the final game of the day between Team Red and Team Blue. After 20 minutes, Team Red up 1-0. Thanks to a breakaway goal by Hayden Ziggerliski, his first of the tournament, to get his team on the board in a lead heading into the second period of play. We'll be back with more hockey action in a little bit. Zach Stewart on the call with you for this tournament here in Vernon. They see my text and they're like, okay, but they don't answer.
Is this on Facebook or is it?
YouTube.
YouTube. Oh, very
Streaming
cool.
all the games on YouTube.
That's smart. Brilliant. Where do you normally work? Like, where do you do this for a living?
Yeah, so we work with the Salmon Arm Silverbacks at BCHS.
Are you like the voice of the
I am.
Okay, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Right? It's,
And then he also works with the Silverbacks, but he does like the technical camera
Yeah, I
stuff.
do video production and all that.
That's so cool. That's cool. You guys had a good year. Right?
It was great.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking end, but it was fun.
Yeah. 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 Right on. All right.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Dude, the next 2 nights I'm literally going to sleep. zoom out to have both. When you switch it over there, just zoom it out to have like, or just like pan down a little bit, have the score clock on the window right there. You know what I mean? This reminds me of broadcasting in Colorado. Kyle Rivers Ring?
Good or bad?
That. Kyle Rivers Ring, they don't have a broadcast booth. You literally have a white table exactly like this set up. The only difference is in Kyle Rivers it's worse because you have, like you're in the middle of a
Everyone's
section.
there.
You're in the middle of a section. You have fans sitting beside you on either side. At least this, like you're on the concourse.
I'll do that.
There we go.
I just leave that up.
Yeah.
I am gonna take the chair, but we got
I might try the bigger stool this morning.
Sorry.
I might try the bigger stool this morning.
Okay. I know what I need to do. It's kind of fun doing a reload at the last second of batteries. I might just do that instead.
Yeah, I'm running to the bathroom if they come.
Oh, tell them to.
Yeah. I actually really want Jason to get mad at me for the time.
Oh, that's.
You know what I mean? I would like to, anyways, but I tried to set them up and no one answered me. just to do it all again tomorrow. just 2 on Sunday. And we're done by 1:30. Yeah, this is a good game. That first period went by fast, it seemed. That first period went by fast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. We tried last off season. Yeah. We started a little bit too late, so I'm gonna try again this off season. We'll start a little bit earlier.
They used to, like when I first started here a few years ago.
I think the last season we had it on the radio was the COVID season. If I remember correctly. I think that's what they told me. So I don't know. We'll see. I think it's just very beneficial. I think it makes it great.
It would also increase ticket sales because people know the games are going on.
100%. This just seemed like a long intermission.
Because there was no interview.
I guess so.
I know they ref had in them told don't start the clock for 12 minutes until there's no players.
One, like Evan said too, like I usually, every game so far, today, every intermission, I've like had one of the coaches come up for an interview, or a live interview at an intermission. I reached out to both coaches this game and none of them answered, so someone in the interview this time. So that usually takes, what, 2 or 3 minutes out of the way from it?
Each time I see it, I kind of point the camera that way. You're probably not looking over there. You're probably looking down at the
Oh,
benches.
sometimes I am.
Maybe you're looking when the camera's probably.
I think the entire third period, we're just going to have the camera zoomed in on you. The entire third period.
Yeah, right. Nobody needs to see that for 20 minutes.
Oh, but they're going.
No, they won't.
They don't need to, but they want to.
How much is that camera worth?
It's not ours, probably expensive.
Yeah. So there, we don't want to be replacing a camera.
I want that
My face
tripod.
broken.
It's be so depressing using our stuff for a while.
Nice watch, by the way. It's very cheap. Yeah.
Thank you. I got it yesterday.
That's it. It's a new edition.
Yeah, grab it.
Well, look at the middle stripe. Like, I think he ran out of liquid or something. Because like, there's a couple stripes on the outside and right in the middle.
So the flood isn't good.
No.
Well, we're getting the end now.
Alright.
Sounds good. You too. Oh, I'm
Once a game.
no, like once a period. Every once in a while, like I won't read the whole thing, but every once in a while, I'll mention sponsored by Iron Girls Construction.
Yeah. I've been doing it like once a game, maybe twice.
I've been doing it a couple times.
Yeah.
I do this whole read probably once a period. To start the period, I'll do the whole read. But then other than that, I kind of just.
Yeah.
And then I do that a couple times.
And you got more time to kill, too,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. Like there's sometimes where I have nothing to talk about in dead air, so it's like I don't want it to be dead air, so I'll just throw out a sponsor.
Yeah. Might as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to remind Jason to get his graphics right.
That's all going to be in the message when I ask him what the camera is on.
I had no idea.
Because I was listening to your broadcast and you were saying wow.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, maybe there's a no.
I didn't.
And you didn't want to put it.
So it's IAN?
So, no,
I on, okay? I'll take it.
That was like, you got his
Yeah, I like that.
I wasn't sure. Because my name's Sudhakar. He gets, twisted on.
All makes sense.
Okay, great. Thanks. Yeah. Listen to your play-by-play in the car. Drive over.
Oh, nice.
That's great.
Perfect, thank you. I appreciate that. Welcome back, heading into the second period here of the final game of the day between Team Blue and Team Red. Team Blue on the ice right now, still waiting. Team Red, and Team Red has the 1-goal lead, 1-0. After one period of play, heading into the second period. Team Red now making their way out of the tunnel. Zach Stewart on the call with you for Salmon Arm Silverbacks hockey, calling during the regular season, now here helping out in this tournament in Vernon from Cal Tire Place. Best 2011 born players throughout the province, and it's all possible thanks to Iron Ghost Construction, recognized as a top contractor in multiple industries such as oil and gas, forestry, and agriculture. Also, a huge shout out to Jason Podolane, Up My Hockey with Jason Podolane, the hockey podcast about reaching your potential. Visit upmyhockey.com for information on mindset training for hockey players. Grow your mindset, grow your game. Also, just a big shout out to Jason for putting on this entire tournament, doing the leg work, doing the back work, running all over the place, making this tournament possible. Also, some dressing room snacks by Nature's Fair Market. They're supplying Cliff Bars, bananas, and apples to all the players in this tournament. Nature's Fair Markets, if it's good for you, we've got it. Underway here in the second period. Getting this one started. 1-0 is the score here for Team Red. Team Blue, though, on the attack in the offensive zone, going from the left to the right. Red, the right to the left is Kim now trying to drive towards the front of the net. He gets held up there by Warmick. Herman out of the box, so back to even strength, 5-on-5. Was only a brief power play for a couple seconds. Here in this second period, Team Red looking to break out of their own zone, have been hemmed in for the first 30 seconds of this second period. And finally breaking out into the neutral zone, Warmick enters the offensive zone, goes for a shot, but tipped in front by a defender off to this close side corner safely away from Tyson Oak. Goaltender for Team Blue. Team Red has in net Ion Rao. Team Red on the attack, shot by Gao. That one's a kick save into the far side corner. Collecting it, Gao once again, centering feed, and another shot by Keenan, but hits his own teammate off the shoulder of Oak. Collected by Gao. He gets slammed into the boards, though. Team Blue desperately trying to clear their own zone and do, with Levesque Mera coming out of the zone. But back onto the attack is this Red team. High offense. Saw it in the first game this morning and showing it once again in a 1-0 game. Back to take it in his own zone. Lonnie, he'll get hit into the boards by Schultz. Turnover. Takes a shot. McCrimmon, but a chest save by Rao to keep this one a 1-0 lead in favor of his team. 18:30, got a minute and 30 gone here in this second period. Goal in this game scored earlier in the first by Hayden Zigralowski. Got a face-off coming up in front of Team Red's netminder. Out to take the draw for Blue. Cole Mischel on the other side. Mennyberry. Puck won back by Team Blue. McCrimmon able to keep it down into the left corner. Schultz looks around for an attacker. Heasby hits him into the boards as Team Red comes away with it now. Black over looking for a stretch pass to Leffler. Unable to connect with him. McCrimmon comes back the other way. Tries to cut right down the middle. Sissons along this close side blue line. He's now stick handling, try to alleviate some pressure, get over his own zone, not allow some more offense by Team Red. Up into the air, Cody Mitchell has that one bounced, delayed offside, taken out safely by Team Blue. Heasby out of his own zone over the red line. He'll come up this left side wing. Entering the zone, Heasby taking it himself, still backhand feed to the far side, but blocked in front by Sissons. Patrick taking his man down, puck in no man land. Mennyberry takes it over, drop pass to the blue line. Heasby now left point, looks towards the net, fires a shot, tipped just high and wide over the net. Mennyberry gets it down low to Leffler. Sends a centering feed, intercepted. There's that one sent out the other way, far side boards into the neutral zone. Forcing Heasby to backtrack. Then cross ice pass right onto the tape of Leffler over the blue line. Drop pass to Mennyberry. Cuts to his backhand, goes behind the net. Looks for a man out front. Elects to just drop it off to the blue line. Kumra, he gets taken down to the ice. No call. Just over 3 minutes gone here in this second period. Cole Mitchell enters the offensive zone. Centering feed looking for a tip in front, but aggressive play by Rao to jump out of the net and cut that one off before there's a backdoor opportunity. Puck hipped in by Team Blue. Deep in the offensive zone. Spinning around to the far hand side. Schultz trying to apply pressure on Yulgin. Good hit there by Hopkins, but couldn't quite jar the puck free away from Herman. They're still battling just near the blue line. Couldn't keep that one in, so offside is the call as Hopkins trying to return to his point position and touches the puck up just inside of the blue line. 1-0 is the score still here in favor of Team Red. Neutral zone face-off coming up far side of the ice. One back, tries to go D to D, but too quickly out of position. Warmick has that one tipped off his body. Hopkins now fires it far hand side. Collecting that one was Erler. Boston Erler has a goal in the day so far as Sam Corkle then overskates it. Dykens tries to pressure Herman. Corkle on the back check. He'll get slammed into the boards. Puck still coming free, using the body of Hopkins to try to shield his man away from the puck. Gets it back down low, chipped around. Team Red on the attack, slot pass out to the blue line, snaps it on. That one's tipped in front, but into the body of Tyson Oak and unable to get through. Oak had an impressive first game and is having an impressive second game from Cole Quitlam, 5'7" goaltender here for Team Blue. Like I said last time in the first game, these two goalies split the game right in half. See if they do the same thing, or let's see if Tyson Oak gets the full game this time around. Barker goes behind his own net, looking to set up a play, losing an edge and leading to a rush for Team Blue up ice. Overskating it though is Diceroth. Kim having to try to be at the blue line, kicking it forward. Levesque Mayer unable to quite keep up in time as down the other way. Puck gets sent left corner to right corner behind the net of Oak. Return feed as Zigorlowski gets taken down to the ice by Kim. At the blue line, Heasby loose in front. Zigorlowski still trying a diving save by Oak. Not sure if he got the puck, but he definitely got enough of a disruption. As Kim comes down the other way over to Levesque Mayer with a shot into the body. Great save there by Ion Rowe. And then a big hit coming out of the zone. This game's getting physical with lots of big hits, and down the other way, offside is the call. Team Red trying to enter the offensive zone, unable to do so successfully. So we've got a neutral zone face-off, just over 5 minutes gone here in this second period. Face-off coming up on the far side of the ice, just in front of the penalty box. Team Red wins it back cleanly. Defense taking it at his own blue line over to Leffler. He'll send that down into the right corner, just behind Oak. Warmick gets the turnover behind the net. McCrimmon, though, right there to get it back onto his teammate's stick. Going far hand side, Schultz trying to turn up ice around Unwin, gets a step on him. Kumar gets it to this close hand side half boards. Battle for it. Blue unable to hold the zone, but able to hold the neutral zone as Barker steps up, trying to enter back over the blue line. There's Schultz to make a move around one attacker. Looks to send it on net. McCrimmon just has that one past his stick. Cody Mitchell throwing a hit on the far-hand side, trying to ramp up the intensity, trying to be a spark plug for this blue team as they're down trailing 1-0. Coming out of their own zone with the puck over the red line. Over to the far-hand side. Komra goes D to Yulgin. Looks for a centering feed down the stretch pass, but going for a line change was his teammates. Sending a big hit into the boards was McCrimmon. Barker looks to stick handle around Manyberry, unable to get around him as Jake Black takes it over. Out of their own zone, Barker goes for a line change now, but out the other way goes Herman. Barker does stay on the ice to try to defend the rush. Salt pushes it forward to Dykins. Dykins on a brief breakaway, snaps a shot, but into the glove, flashing the leather. Was Rao to get the save. Ion Rao making that one look easy with the glove on a brief breakaway by Dyken. Dyken had a goal on a breakaway in the first game earlier today in a comeback effort. Not this time around. 13:15 to go in this second period. Thompson turnover behind the net. Thompson now skates over. Far hand side, drop to Corkle behind the net. Has got Dyken beside him. Elects not to pass it. Still just trying to protect the puck in this near side corner. Dyken steps up, gets that one back into blue possession. Behind the net, far out to the far hand side. Herman will look down the middle and now actually try to bank it. Hits off the linesman, sent down deep into blue territory. First man there is from Team Red. Leaves it off at the blue line. Shot on. That one's tipped off to the side. Shot on by Lonnie. Jostling for the puck. Both teams battling for it. On this left wing, looks for a centering feet out of the blue line and then finally able to sneak that one out. Poking it forward. Theodore Kim, 2-on-1. He's got Thompson on the far hand side, just out of reach. He got his stick on it, but wasn't quite long enough on the blade to get a clean tip towards the net. Dykins back on the ice after Team Blue trying to have a line change. Same with Team Red, trying to get out of their zone to get fresh legs on the ice. Tim couldn't quite get there in time as into the zone is Jake Black. Black with a shot, save in and out of the glove, and then taken over by Kim. Up ice to Dyken. Kim continuing his momentum to Thompson. Thompson over to Kim, entering the zone, has Dyken and a shot, and it hits the far post and in. And this is a tie game. Kim over to Dyken, finds the bottom corner. It is now tied up 1-1. So Gareth Dyken now has a goal in each game today. 2 goals on the day coming from Pitt Meadows. And this game is all tied up 1 apiece with 11:40 to go in this second period. Reset at this faceoff dot. Winger's getting a little overzealous on the far hand side. Faceoff won by Team Red. Diceroth unable to apply the pressure as Red sends it down. No icing behind the net. Trying to pick it up was Warmick. Kept it at the blue line. Unwin with a shot. Almost fooled Oakes at the top of his shoulder, but Hopkins clears it out. No icing as getting a stick on it was Unwin. Backtracking into his own territory. Works it up to Zigorowski. Has a goal in this game, but going offside was Ronan Gow for a neutral zone face-off now for the goal scoring line out on the ice for Team Red. Ronan Gow, Trent Keenan, and then Hayden Zigraliski in this 1-1 hockey game. 11 minutes to go, just over 11 minutes to go in the second period. Final game of the day, of day 1 of the tournament. Back in action, same schedule, different matchups tomorrow. Puck deep into Team Blue territory. With it is Yolgin at the blue line. Gets that one down deep to Keenan. Keenan has a one-timer set up to Zigraliski, but doesn't elect to take it. Back to Keenan. Works his way to the blue line, has a good shooting lane, high slot, and snaps it, but into the glove of Oak for a whistle. Fresh line change coming for both teams. Defense switching for Team Blue, forward switching for Team Red, and there's a goaltender switch. So just like I mentioned in the first game, these two goalies splitting the game exactly even in half. 10:48 to go, and now in net is Nicholas Buttle. Started the game one, now will finish game two. Face off in front of him, won by his team and sent out into the neutral zone. Mitchell gets a pickpocket and then sends it backdoor one-timer. It's in the net. Schultz finds the back of the net at the back door tap in, and now Team Blue, just like in the first game, having a comeback. 2-1, taking the lead. So Austin Schultz, backdoor, takes a feed from Cole Mitchell to make this a 2-1 hockey game in favor of Team Blue with 10.5 minutes to go in this second period. Ensuing face-off won by Team Red, sent quickly onto the attack. Behind the net, Barker rings that around to the far-hand side. Aggressive pitch by Dunkley works out as he gets it back down deep into this close side corner. Reversing course. Team Blue trying to escape out of their own zone right down the middle. Fires it out far side. Schultz, goal scorer, to give his team the lead. Barely gets a stick on it as it's tipped down to the end boards. Trying for a really aggressive pinch into the corner is Barker as that one gets pushed around him. Warmick over towards Effler. Centering feed, Warmick with a tip in, but that one gets a toe save by Buttle to keep this one out. At the blue line, unable to be kept in by Erler. Boston Erler's got a goal this morning. He goes off for a line change now as a puck gets sent in behind the net of Buttle. Cody Mitchell waiting for it off the bounce. Off the far side boards, now he'll turn up ice with it. Has McCrimmon open, but that gap closes quickly. He'll just lob that one up into the netminder and go off for a line change. Behind the net, turnover by Thompson. He's got McCorkle with him, but instead just tries to get it into the body of Team Red, but stopped. Stonewall back there. 9:12 to go here in the second period. Now a 2-1 hockey game in favor of Team Blue. Got a face-off coming in front of Rao. Face-off one back. Patrick with a shot, a couple deflections in front, but nothing getting through to the goalie as Black takes it over towards Manyberry. He'll sneak over the blue line, entering the offensive zone for Team Red. Throwing a hit. Herman with also a poke check, getting that one free. Sharp angle shot. That one's blocked in front, taken away by Riley. Up towards Corkle. Corkle, he gets held up on the play, entering the offensive zone, but that one's poke checked away from him. Herman, far side half boards, snaps a shot. That one rides up the body of Buttle, but then he able to connect with his glove on it and cover it up for a whistle. 8.5 minutes to go here in this second period. What started as a 1-0 Team Red lead, answered back quickly by Team Blue with Gareth Dykins and Austin Schultz both getting their second goal of the day to give their team the lead. Face-off going far side of the ice in front of Nicholas Buttle. Riley off the face-off up to Levesque Mera. Slides it beside him to Kim. He gets taken off by the side, trying to step up his dice Roth, but gets out-muscled by Ronan Gao. Into the offensive zone, making moves and couldn't get his shot off, just having the puck go too far in front of his body. Was Zikrilisky as Team Blue comes out the other way. Dice Roth trying to go for a rush up the far-hand side, poke checked away from him, pops that up into the air. Kim back down to Dice Roth, driving around, centering feed to Kim, still jamming away at it at the far pad, but holding his ground in net. Ion Rao. Now Gao out the other way, trying to pull it to his forehand, does so, still driving towards the net. Trying to recollect the puck, but it's taken out now. 3-on-1 for blue. Kim going out to close, sliding it, almost sliding it over, but almost popping it up. Trying to catch the goalie off guard on the back end. Still loose in front. Levesque Mayer gets it to the blue line. Right, back to Levesque Mayer. Goes far hand side. Hopkins trying to angle that stick towards the net. Shot on, looking for a tip. Tip by the Team Red and sent out. Unwin forces his way forward. Now he's got to retreat to his point position, which he does and collects it. Backtracking towards his own net. Fans on a pass attempt. Kim takes over the puck. Sneaks that on the far side boards. Trying to sneak around his man on the far side corner as well. 7 minutes to go. Centering pass to Schultz with a one-timer. Didn't quite connect all of it on it. Little knuckle puck that just missed wide on the outside post. Goes down the length of the ice for an icing call against Team Red, who have now found themselves in some hot water. Getting pressured from all angle by Team Blue in the offensive zone. Started off hot with a 1-0 lead and offensive pressure in the first. But Team Blue answered back with a pair of goals, and now waves of intensity coming in front of the net of Ion Row. Puck on the far side boards. Tied up, Schultz and Yolgin as Team Red comes away with it between the legs of Black. Centering feet to Herman. Comes in with speed on this close side board, trying to get a corner and has it, but couldn't get around the glove of Buttle. Got a step on the defenseman, cut the corner, but flashing the leather was Nicholas Buttle from Invermere, now in net for Team Blue. Face-off coming on this near-hand side of Blue territory. Face-off won back by Blue, but kept in at the blue line. Shot on tip, just onto the body of Buttle, who covers it up for a whistle. Opportunity there, dangerous for Team Red to tie things up. It's going to be another face-off coming up right in front of Buttle. In position, ready to make the save. 2-1 lead for Team Blue. Taking behind their own net, Barker gets met on each side. Dangerously coming out in front of his own net is Corkle with a shot on, shoulder save by Buttle. Still in possession of the puck is Team Red, looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Mediberry with his stick lifted. Barker without a stick, trying to play with his feet, play soccer to kick it out. A big hit along the half boards to keep this one in. Kumrock gets his pocket pick. Now coming out the other way is Thompson. Has no help with him, all alone. He'll stop up and fire a shot that goes into the netting. Out of play, but great hustle there by Thompson. Also great play by Team Red in the offensive zone, applying some pressure, getting hungry for this tie game. Trailing by 1. Face-off coming in Red territory. It's a miscue of who's changing, what line's supposed to be out. Finally getting all the proper people out on the ice for Team Red. Zigorleski storming right off the face-off dot. He's got the lone goal, and he was storming down the ice for Team Red on this near side boards. Sent out the far side. Diceroth has that just out of his reach. Through the crease safely to the close side corner. Shot on from the blue line. Lonnie has a pad save against him. Barker now trying to stick handle out of his own blue line. Gets it up to Diceroth. Centering feed, looking for a stretch pass to Kim. Just nearly connecting on that one, which would have been a beautiful outlet breakaway for Kim. Fresh onto the ice, Austin Schultz applying pressure. Him and Kim now get the turnover. Another 2-on-1 for Blue. Schultz takes the shot, but what a save. Flashing the leather by Ion Rao to get the save and stop a lethal 2-on-1 attack. Playing a great game in net for the red team. 2-1 is the score in favor of Team Blue. Got 5 minutes to go here in the second period. Mitchell taking the draw against Gao. Gao able to win that one back. Heasby takes it behind his own net, works it up to the close hand boards. Taken over by Team Blue, trying to keep offensive pressure, but then finally sneaks by McCrimmon, who has to backtrack into his own territory. Hot on the attack is Warmick. Warmick gets it behind the net, centering feed to Gao, but just behind him, sending Heasby into his own territory to collect the puck, which runs out of steam, so no icing. Heasby all the way down the ice, trying to get Warmick, who was trying to sneak behind the defenseman of Sissons. Battle in front of the bench of Team Blue. Rowan Gao now cutting out to the far hand side of the ice. On the backhand, trying to get around Riley. Patrick keeps him to the outside. Gao still in possession of the puck. He cuts towards the high slot, rips a shot, but Patrick with a blocker, with a shin pad block in front of his own netminder. Cody Mitchell able to grab the puck out of his zone and come up ice. He'll get poke checked from behind by Black. As Unwin gets it over to Gao. Gao once again will look to make magic himself. Take it up the ice, cutting over the logo. Makes a couple guys miss. Going one-on-one with Patrick without a stick, and that's a save. Dangerous rebound opportunity in the back, and another rebound opportunity, and it's in the back of the net. Herman able to jump on that rebound. It was a third, fourth, fifth effort. And it's now a tie game, 2-2. Quinn Herman gets his first of the tournament, sneaking in the high slot, juicy rebound, sitting right there waiting for him, and he buries it past Nicholas Buttle to tie things up at 2 apiece with 3.5 minutes to go here in this middle frame. Ensuing face-off, won by Team Red. Back onto the attack quickly. Black in the far side corner. He'll button hook around, looking for the slot. Gets taken from behind by Dykins. Pushes that one up. Couldn't connect with Corkle. Dykins regains possession. Driving the net now. Gets in between the legs of Kumra. But jumping on that one was the goalie to cover it up for a whistle. But Quinn Herman ties things up at 2 apiece here late in the second period. Going to be a face-off in Red territory. One back behind their own goalie. Herman on the far-hand side just scored that game-tying goal. Thompson overskates that one. Coming out with it is Mennyberry. Tries to get pressure from behind by Thompson. Continuing with momentum of the puck is Herman. Herman with a backdoor sliding pass down on the ice to cut that one off was Hopkins. Mennyberry, far hand side, tries for a centering feed, gets his own rebound back. Turnaround shot from the slot, over sliding, but then readjusting his position, laying down in the crease, but referee says goal, as that one's into the back of the net. Laying down is Buttle to try to keep that one out, but referee on the goal line signals that one a goal, leading the goal train. And now a 3-2 Red lead is Jake Black. So Jake Black at the end boards tries to pull it to the front of the net and tuck it by the pad. Referee says, yes, it happened. Right along the goal line. Nicholas Buttle tried to lay down and sprawl out, but according to the referee, unable to do so. So we've got a 3-2 hockey game, 2 unanswered goals here by Team Red. 2.5 minutes to go in this second period. Hopkins unable to clear out his own zone. Kept in by Dunkley. No one picking it up in the bottom corner before Wright skates over to grab that one. Fires it to this close hand side of the ice. Conversion at the half boards. Levesque Mayer getting physical, trying to get that puck urged out of the blue line, but kept in. Down low, driving the net now, shot on into the chest. That was a dangerous opportunity by Casey Mennyberry. He's got 1 goal this morning, looking for a second to extend the lead further, but as of right now, it is still 3-2 in favor of Team Red after that most recent goal. 2 minutes to go here in this second period. Face-off taken out by Team Blue. Fires at far hand side, getting a stick on it is Schultz, so no icing. He's pestering his man into the corner. Barker backs his way into the board. Sisson fires that one down deep. Barker picks it up, centering feed, but off a stick of Dunkley and kept out of harm's way. Turning around with it is Barker. He'll unleash a shot, scooped up into the glove by Rao for a whistle. Face-off coming up in front of him. Playing a great game. All three goalies that we've seen in this game have had good games. 1.5 minutes, 92 seconds to be exact left in this second period. And now a 3-2 hockey game in favor of Team Red. Tie up at the face-off dot. Taken behind their own net, spun out to this close side blue line. Sissons is right there to take it. He'll drive it down behind the net. Tapped in front by Schultz, but what a save there by Rao to keep that one out. Didn't think that Sissons was going to thread that needle right in front to Schultz, but able to do so as that one was covered up in front here in this final game of day one of the tournament. Brought to you by Iron Ghost Construction. It's a 3-2 hockey game. Both these teams won this morning. Looking to remain perfect in this game. Corkle taking a draw against Gao. Gao wins that one back to the far hand side. Leffler flips it up into the air. Gao now forcing his man deep into his own zone. Corkle cuts around Warmick. Now right down the middle to Thompson. Thompson over the blue line, leaves it off for Dyken. Dyken's got a goal in this game. Tries for a centering feed. Corkle takes over, storming to this close side post. Wrap around, and it's in the back of the net. Corkle with the wraparound to tie things up. It is now 3-3 with under 1 minute to play. Kane Corkle stays persistent with the puck. He has a penalty coming up against Team Red, but he caught Rao out of position and buried home the wraparound goal for his second of the day to tie things up at 3 apiece with 55 seconds to go. Face-off, won back by Team Red off the ensuing face-off. Warmick leaves it right in front of him to Gao. Staying onside, says the linesman, but doesn't matter because turning up ice is Corkle, who just tied this thing up. Corkle gets it down behind the net. Coming away, though, is Yulgin. Yulgin chips it around the body of Dyken. Hopkins holding his ground. Stand-up poke check just inside the blue line. Storming in towards the crease, though, is Leffler. Leffler button hooks back towards the blue line, forcing Yulgin back out to play it. Heading deeper into Red territory. 15 seconds to go in this second period. One last rush attempt for Team Red. If they can successfully get up ice with 7 seconds, but you can't afford a turnover in your own zone. Warmick up to Gao, 2 seconds. He'll just take a shot from the logo. Try for a Hail Mary, but that buzzer sounds and it'll do it for 40 minutes of play here between Team Red and Team Blue. And it is a tight contest. Gonna come down to the buzzer. 3-3 is the score between these two teams. Let's go through some of the scoring in this game for Team Blue. It has been Kane Corkle, Gareth Dykens, and Austin Schultz finding the back of the net. For Team Red, Quinn Herman, Hayden Zigraliski, and Jake Black all finding the back of the net, with all 3 goalies who have taken place in this game playing some great hockey, making huge key saves throughout each frame. But that does it for 2 periods here in the final game of the tournament. Zach Stewart on the call with you. We'll be back with more hockey in a little bit.
He's a goalie.
Jason
Oh, he even said, I don't really care. Or no, he said, I don't care. Not, I don't really care.
I was literally saying 7 and a good market.
Yeah,
How he just said it meant it.
I think so. I said, I looked at him because I'll be honest with you, I don't remember it.
Let's see if we have an interview.
I want to do an interview.
Huh?
I want to do an interview. No, I don't.
You were talking about the good stuff.
Real.
One more period.
It's only 8 o'clock.
No, it's not bad actually.
Hope I get home at a reasonable time.
Better.
Are you able to drop me off at my grandpa's? It's by Goose Juice.
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently he was in the ER last night for like 6 hours. So, yeah. Now he is. High blood pressure. Yeah, he can't drive, that's a good one. Oh.
So what time are you leaving?
What time do we need to be here?
Well, game's at 8:15 again.
I'll leave at...
But also remember we have a different time.
I'll leave
Should
at...
be the same stuff.
I'll do 7. Or, 6:45. I'll stop at Timmy's.
But trying to find me here around 7:40.
Yeah. It should be easy, but like, it's temp. Never know.
And also
Even with today, I had to fight the nuts.
like we have a different camera and a different shot. So
I'm gonna be moving the table, so I'm gonna go like shot. They're probably sick and tired of it.
huh?
They're probably sick and tired of doing interviews. They're like, you can talk to Jason, we'll get after you. You're like, well, they don't want to do interviews.
I text them, they don't answer.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna phone them all week to ask them for it. If they come, great. If not, like, I have all the proof of me texting them. So.
big crew so we can rotate our roles so you don't get sore.
And honestly, this is my first like tournament I've worked. Like for the freelance, like someone's reaching out, it's like I've done this, like broadcasted.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've done this, like I've never broadcasted tournament in 3 days.
Really? Huh. Oh, it's exhausting. Afterwards, you feel great. So remember when I did, it was a 12-hour shift, and then a 16-hour shift for U14 a year ago.
I was doing PA controls on things.
Yeah.
It's so bitches.
Yeah, because you don't have
Which is
to.
so big. Like, Frank would go drive too crazy. He's like, during times I try to say what these things. It's like so stressful sometimes. It's like it's really easy to get out of it.
Colby was able to do it.
Well, that's what, like, like, sometimes during that, like, it's so stressful. So I feel like doing the easiest job. Like, I don't know why it's so stressful. You just sit there, and make ads, and you're ready for it. And you have these goals that we tell you. I don't know why it's so freaking out.
Well, something that really bothered me was him and Hayden and Edison's. During, we started the U14, and then also we were in the civil box. Whenever there was a hit, he was like, just get down. Right? They would be like, get down, just get down. And we're like, yes, let us do our job.
I know what you're doing. Like, there's a big hit, and you just see Frank.
He said, if we get it, we get it. If we don't get it, we don't get it. And also, we have the replay there, so we can look at it and go, is this actually a good hit, or is it just noise and during the play it seemed good?
He, I'm not, I don't like to get rude. Like, yeah, he's actually a nice dude. Like, he's good at life, but like, he's not good at work.
And he's not willing to learn. And like, in any industry, you have to be willing to learn to succeed and go anywhere. It's a hard ass job. You're gonna succeed.
Yeah, again, I don't want to be rude, but like, just being realistic, he's got the worst broadcast I've ever heard.
It's in between Blake and him for me.
See, I never heard Blake, so, but I have heard his name.
I know, yeah, Blake would have like, he would eat during broadcasting and just have a whole bunch of soda cans. And it's like, holy smokes, right? Like, when I heard, when he worked there, I was just a camera person. And then the next season I took over TriCast. And when Brooks told me that Blake wouldn't be returning, that was the happiest moment. I'm like, oh, thank goodness.
He's now doing it again, but in Saskatchewan. Like, I think he's in SJ.
Yeah, he went to. He's still doing it though.
Yeah, I think he's in, like, I think he just got signed. Like, this is his first year. He's in SJ. Because Nathan is in doing the job in Vancouver.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he's doing the Giants.
Oh, that's it. I like Nathan, but I also grew up with him being a broadcaster for the Silverbacks.
Yeah. So
Oh,
he was there that
just this-
season. No, like, I think he did just one season.
Oh.
May 31st, 2023. Yeah, so he did one full season. He started May 2024.
Yeah.
So he did one full season with Vancouver Giants. What's this other guy's name, sorry?
Blake Flares.
Why am I struggling right now? Yeah, Yorkton Terriers. So he just did one full season of Yorkton SJ.
Oh. Because I was asking for it.
That's what I thought. Wow. That was terrible. That was terrible.
You gotta at least like fade it out and then bring it in. You're supposed to be the DJ. The one thing I really liked about tournaments in San Bernard is whenever Frank left the booth, I would always just play my own music. I wonder if we get reprints. I'm not saying we do, I'm just trying to figure it out. One more print.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
What is it?
I've really had 4 hours of sleep in the last 2 nights.
That's brutal, man.
Bad sweats.
I'm okay. That sucks. 48, 50.
Okay. No period. Let's do this round. No whistles.
Just straight.
There's no runtime.
There better not be a shootout. Just like it's a round robin. Just end it. Look at the goals.
I wanted to just score. And then after that, no whistles. Only runtime.
Welcome back to the final game of the night here between Team Red and Team Blue. And it's in for a great final period, third period coming up, tied 3-3. Back and forth action in this one between two teams that have both won earlier today, looking to remain perfect in this early tournament of the first day. All weekend going, 4 games tomorrow, then 2 on Sunday. Zach Stewart on the call with you throughout this tournament. This tournament is brought to you by Iron Ghost Construction, recognized as a top contractor in multiple industries such as oil and gas, forestry, and agriculture. As both teams back onto the ice, skating around, getting ready to get this third period started. Team Blue against Team Red, tied up at 3 apiece. Goals in this game scored by Team Red. Got Quinn Herman, Hayden Zigraliski, and Jack Blake. For Team Blue, goals scored in this game by Kane Corkle, Gareth Dykins, and Austin Schultz, with both goaltenders playing great in their respective nets. Buttle taking the net once again for Team Blue. Their goalies have switched halfway through, whereas on the other side, Ion Rao has played great himself for Team Red. Both teams lining up at the logo here at Cal Tire Place, the North Rink. There's 2 sheets of ice here in Vernon. As referee puts up his arm, checks on both goalies, have everyone skate around, and we're ready to get this third and final period underway. Face-off won by the blue team, going right to left. Red team going left to right. Gao using his teammate as a screen. That one gets popped forward towards Kim on a brief breakaway and pops that one over the net. Was too in tight, but with a great opportunity, and just popped it a little bit too high over the net. Dice Roth gets it, trying to cut towards the slot. Has that one sticked off his blade. Kept in by Levesque Mera. Kept in at the blue line. Over to the blue line. Kept in front. Off a loose puck. Dice Roth with a shot and a save there, as that one is stirred into the corner. And whistle blows out of play, it looks like, here in the corner. Penalty coming up. 19:23 to go here is a hard hit into the boards. Back up on their feet. Team Blue Had someone down on the ice. It's Theodore Kim making his way slowly back to the bench. So stoppage of play. Referees now all talking and discussing, huddling up to see if they want to call something on that or not and figure out where the face-off will be. And it's going to be in the offensive zone for Team Blue, defensive zone for Team Red, blocker hand side of Rao. 30 seconds gone in the third period. Face-off one back to Patrick with a shot on. That's blocked in front. Heasby rings it around, but kept in by Sisson. Sisson with a point shot. That one's kick save into the far side boards. McCrimmon centering feed looking for Mitchell. That one's just out of reach of him. McCrimmon couldn't quite get that puck back, so Team Red now leading a charge out. Ronan Gow trying to split the defenseman, does so successfully, but then loses that one into the corner. Trying for a bank pass out of the zone. Sisson has that one sent back down behind the own net. Gow takes a bump by Patrick, which allows McCrimmon to slowly come out of the zone. He gets tied up, popped down the ice, no icing in this tied 3-3 hockey game. Turnover, centering feed to Mitchell, a couple whacks at it, and McCrimmon, he shoots, he scores, was in a perfect positioning to get that one in from the slot and to give Team Blue the lead, make it 4-3. Declan McCrimmon from Salmon Arm has himself in perfect positioning as Cody Mitchell had one swing, two swings, couldn't quite connect on it, and right there to bury home a loose puck was Declan McCrimmon to give his team a 4-3 lead in the first minute and a half of this third period. Puck deep in red territory behind the net. Coming off of that go-ahead goal by Team Blue. Herman trying to sneak his way out of his own zone, comes out to the neutral zone, but Schultz breaking back onto the attack. Cuts around the outside, looks for a centering feed dangerously off the side of the pad, but then kept out to the far side half boards. Cody Mitchell and McCrimmon both battle for it at the blue line. Gets down in the corner, looking for a centering feed. Taken away, but jumping up on the rush is Barker to hold the blue line. Sharp angle shot, another pad save by Rao. Leaves it off for the high slot. Schultz works his way into the corner. Now stopping up with it, goes down behind the net. That one's poke checked off his stick as he takes a couple bumps to his close side board. Mitchell to the blue line. Barker fakes a shot, runs into Black. Gets the puck over to Mitchell. Mitchell cutting his way, weaving towards the slot. Keeps going with his momentum. Backdoor opportunity to McCrimmon, but just slid through his stick. Safely to the sideboards. 17-15 to go here in this third period. Team Red looking to clear out of their own zone. Able to get it out into the neutral zone. Barker holds the red line with McCrimmon throwing a big hit. Cody Mitchell pops that forward, looking for Schultz, but taken over by Dunkley. Gets it to the end boards. Wraps right corner to left corner. Trent Keenan trying to be the first one there. Now jumping up on the rush is Tyler Rezitnik. He's got to now backtrack. Is hard on the attack. Poke check into the empty net. Misplay there by Nicholas Buttle. Right onto the tape of Hayden Zigraliski for his second goal of the game. To tie this one up, it is now 4-4. 16:45 to go. Just over 3 minutes gone, and already both teams have found the back of the net. I said this game was gonna be tight to the very end, and it looks like it's gonna stay that way. 4-4. Tie game, face off after that tying goal, won by Team Red. Flipped over to the sideboards. Trying to be the first one there is Erler. Erler to Sigraliski. He takes a bump and a glove save there by Nicholas Buttle to cover that one up for a whistle. 4-4 is the score here in this game. Got a face-off taking place in blue territory. Nice to see Theodore Kim back in the game for Team Blue. Left just a little bit ago gingerly, but obviously okay and back in this game. Hopkins has that one, sneak behind him. Now battling for it at the end boards with Trent Keenan. Kim trying to make a move around, but gets that one turned over. Centering feed through the couple legs of Team Blue members. Now a centering feed onto the tape of Levesque Murray. Passes it to himself off the end boards, but too much sticks tying him up. Couldn't get his own rebound. First chance up front. Hopkins reversing back behind his own net. Gets a clean pass to Diceroth. Goes far hand side. Connects with Wright. The defenseman, Wright jumping up. Gets through to Kim, but kicked through his legs. And Gao comes out the other way, storming down this close hand side. Takes a shot. Blocked in front by Hopkins. Loose puck through the crease to the far hand side. Buttle able to keep that one out of his net. Hopkins in this close side corner. Gets it up to the blue line. Popped over the head of Schultz. Heasby keeps his momentum going. High slot, takes a shot off the end boards. Dangerously out front, almost hitting off the back of Buttle, but kept out by his teammates' help. And that one's hit sent down, forcing Heasby into his own territory on the backtrack. Goes D to D, but Ronan Gao picks it up in the neutral zone. Cuts over the red line. Trying to drive towards the net yet again on the backhand. Pops that into the chest of Buttle. Picking up the loose puck. Now bobbing and weaving their way through. Centering pass right down the seam to Cole Mitchell. Just pushes that one too far out of his own reach. Centering feed to McCrimmon. Couldn't get a stick on it as Gao comes out the other way over the logo. Splitting the defenseman. Getting it on his forehand. Now pulling it to his backhand. He gets taken out and goes hard into the boards. And it looks like it's going to be a tripping call going up against Patrick. So they're saying, well, Gao split the defenseman. He was taken down by a tripping call by Patrick. Gao slow to get back to the bench, but looks okay. So crucial power play coming up here for Team Red with 14 and a half minutes to go in this third period, tied up 4-4. And now a 5-on-4 power play. Penalty kill upcoming for Team Blue. Sisson off the draw. Has to battle on this close hand side corner. Team Blue trying to alleviate some pressure. Mennyberry keeps it in. Mitchell, though, will look to send that down. Schultz sneaking behind the defenseman, potentially trying for a short-handed rush. He'll reverse behind the net on the far hand side. To the two defensemen for Team Red, playing a two-man game behind their own net. Skate to stick by Black, now kept up to Mennyberry on one-on-one, takes a shot onto a side, wide open net. Herman misses it wide off a rebound off the end boards. Team Red still on the attack. Far side corner, Herman picks it up. He'll get shoved into the boards by Sissons. 1:12 to go here on the power play. 13:45 in the third period. Black takes it behind the net. He'll look for a centering feed, cleared out of the way by Sisson. Penalty kill, doing a great job keeping this team, this Red team, to the outside, but give Team Red some credit, really making them work for every inch of this penalty kill. As Barker tries to get his body to push that puck towards the blue line, gets sent back down, kept in the far side by Lonnie. Lonnie down low. Barker trying to pick it up around Black. Takes it on his backhand, reverses to the far hand side, and gets around Lonnie this time around, allowing a full line change for both teams, as they're both still going on the special teams unit. Picked off in the offensive zone. Hopkins jumps up from the blue line. He's got McCrimmon wide open in front, and he roofs it over the glove. Short-handed goal. Declan McCrimmon scores his second of the game to make this now a 5-4 Team Blue lead. So short-handed goal by Declan McCrimmon to make this 5-4 and give his team back the lead with 12:51 to go in this third period. Ensuing face-off, won by Team Red. Restanek, though, holds his own blue line and sends it deep, trying to kill some more time. Only 5 more seconds until Patrick's out of the box. Restanek and a foot race, gets beat to the puck, but good stick tie-up by Corkle on the back check as Patrick's out of the box. And back to even strength, 5-on-5. Hockey for the rest of the 12.5 minutes to go here in this third period. And Declan McCrimmon now has 2 goals this game, 1 even strength, 1 short-handed, to give Team Blue the lead back. It's 5-4. Face-off in Blue territory after that icing call. Face-off, tie up at the dot. Krokel trying to come away with it, gets it over to Dykens. Dykens hammers it off this close side boards, tries to get around his man, pushed off to the side of the post, so no icing. Dykens gets the turnover behind the net now, looking for a centering feed, but instead goes back to the blue line. Right, loses an edge, and couldn't get that puck deep. Turning the other way, Team Red snaps a shot into the glove of Buttle. That was off the tape of Hayden Zigorliski. He's got 2 goals in this game, him in his own right, trying to do his best to keep his team in this game. 12 minutes exactly to go, 8 minutes gone here in this third period. Another face-off right in front of Buttle. Face-off won back by Gow. Heasby at the blue line. He'll take a shot lost in the feet of Lembeck Mayer, who could have been off to the races. Poke check forward by Buttle onto the tape of Restnick. The defenseman will jump up on the rush, try to get around Unwin. Gets it over to Lembeck Mayer. Far side Kim. Return feed still loose in front, but good back check there by Gow to come back and get that one up ice. Cutting, bobbing, and weaving. He gets laid out by a back-checking Dice Roth. Gow still slow to get up. Coming up the other way, 2-on-1. Lembeck Mayer with a shot, just misses the far post as it comes out, allowing Team Red to come up ice with it with Mannyberry. He'll hammer the brakes in this close side corner. Try to alleviate some forecheck by Team Blue. Kept in. Black cuts towards top of the ringette line. Takes a shot in traffic, still loose. But Cole Mitchell able to come back into the crease and clear that one out of harm's way. Barker looking to lead a rush. He's now got to come back as Schultz takes his man down. Herman on his knees, gets that puck down deep behind the end boards. Picked up by Black. That puck just sits there where he'll get it, turn around and sneak it by the foot of Buttle. Looked like he was going one way, reversed for a wraparound on this close hand side. And Jake Black gets his second goal of the game, tying things up once again, make it 5-5 with 10:41 to go. This game is an absolute dogfight back and forth between Team Red and Team Blue. Once one team takes control and the lead, answering back quickly is the other. This time it was Jake Black, his second of the game. Ensuing face-off, puck gets taken deep into Red territory. Blue with possession, McCrimmon looking to throw a hit. Puck gets popped up to the sideboards, unable to hold the line, as now Schultz has got to backtrack towards his own blue line. Passes it right down the middle. McCrimmon with his head down, tries to get a clean pass over. Cole Mitchell working his own blue line, trying to get a rush up ice. Coming up on 10 minutes to go. Halfway done. This third period in a tie 5-5 hockey game. Team Red slowing things down in their own zone, looking up ice, hit off a body. Comes all the way towards the blue line. Keenan over to Zegralowski with a shot. That one's taken away from behind by Cole Mitchell, who will now turn up ice, slide it over towards Schultz, trying to cut into the offensive zone. McCrimmon, he gets leveled, but the puck gets onto the tape of Patrick. Patrick down low to Mitchell, trying to stick handle it. It goes loose into the corner. Puck gets popped up to the far side half boards. Out into the neutral zone. Dykens has some time to look as Team Red was going for a line change. He'll now turn up ice, protected on his backhand. Cut towards the middle, try to get a clean shot off, but unable to do so, as that one's taking up by Warmick, who gets slammed into the boards by Schultz, but able to get it down deep. Drop pass on. Back down now to Leffler. To Warmick with a one-timer in the high slot. Just getting a pad on it was Buttle to keep it out of the net. Still a tie, 5-5 hockey game with 9 minutes to go here in this third period. Hopkins, drop pass behind his net to Sisson. Goes far-hand side. Thompson comes down from his forward position to get it behind the net once again to Hopkins. Hopkins makes a move in front of his own net now, trying to get away from pressure from Leffler. Hopkins still trying to go up the ice. Sisson goes for a line change, but has to come back on to get that puck down deep into red territory. No icing, tipped on, turnover onto the tape of Corkle. Couldn't get around his man behind the net. Throwing a hit on the other side is Dykins as well. Team Red coming out over the red line on the far-hand side. Leffler unable to back his body into his man. Turnover to Herman. Trying to make a move, but great play there by the defenseman to keep him in front. Corkle now going for a rush up ice. Had Thompson beside him, unable to make the pass cleanly over. Hopkins gets slammed into the boards in the neutral zone, then sent deep by Herman behind the net of Nicholas Buttle. 7:45 to go here in the third period. A tie 5-5 hockey game. Hopkins at the red line. Herman meets him there and flips it down deep. Ronan Gow's the first one there. Goes for a skate around to the far-hand side. Tries to connect with a trailer. Unwin, but Gow keeps it. Finally gets it over to Unwin. Sharp angle shot. Loose in front. Still rebound. Herman swacking away at it. Couldn't get it cleanly. Cleared out of the crease by Dice Roth. Dice Roth now backing up to cover his man as Gow sneaks into the slot. Puck still piled up in this close side corner. Gow comes to recover it. Looking for Unwin, sneaking up from the defensive position. 7 minutes to go. That puck goes down the length of the ice. Dice Roth trying to be the first one there. Sneaks around one defender, but couldn't on the second as they were converging on the puck. Levesque Murray takes a shot loose in front. Still another one, and that one flutters into the back of the net. Past the goalie of the red team, and it's into the net. Taking the lead once again is the blue team. This time it's Tristan Levesque Mayer with the go-ahead goal. Make it 6-5. So once again, Team Blue taking over in this game with a go-ahead goal. 6-5 with 6:50 to go in this final period. Face-off, puck gets sent into blue territory. Behind the net, over to Barker. Barker looks up ice, will come over to this close hand side, connects with Dice Roth. He'll get a step using his speed to streak up the ice on this near hand side boards. Back his way, waiting for help on the far hand side. Jumping up is Barker. Goes for a big hit, but elects to drag the puck with him as well. Smart play. Behind the net, Kim looking for a centering feed. Had Reisternick, but it was backing up to cover his point position. Over to Barker. Barker with some time. Takes a shot, but taken from behind by Zigraliski, as that one is now a slashing call penalty coming up in this game against Team Blue and Levesque Mayer. As bad time to be called for a slashing penalty. 6 minutes left, and now 5-on-4 power play with a 1-goal lead in favor of Team Blue. So power play unit on the ice for Team Red. Penalty kill unit for Team Blue is a face-off win. Centering feed looking backdoor. Now off to the races though. 2-on-1 Team Blue. Cole Mitchell, Austin Schultz. Mitchell slides it back over to Schultz, but waited maybe a second too long as that's off a foot. And then sent out the other way, breaking into the zone. Goes Manyberry, centering feed, loose in front, tipped on, but poke check. Kept in by Dunkley at the blue line. Dunkley slowing things down. Goes to his D partner. Kumar goes down low. Backing his body into the puck, but unable to clear it. Kumar once again. Cycles that down into the corner. Sisson gets it over to this near side where Schultz will try to beat Dunkley to the puck. And that one sent down by Patrick, not quite all the way to the end boards, as Kuma now tries to turn up ice. Catch the penalty killers changing, unable to do so. 1 minute to go on the Team Red power play. 5 minutes to go in this third period with Team Blue up 6-5. Gao over towards Mannyberry with a shot, just misses the net wide. Buttle gets back into position in his crease. Team Blue trying to shove that one out to clear some pressure. Gao looking towards the net. Has a centering feed, but turned over, not out by McCrinnan, kept in by Yelgin. And then there's Patrick to send that one down the length of the ice. Much needed clear by Team Blue. 15 seconds to go on this penalty kill. 4:15 to go in the third period. And now Herman breaks into the offensive zone. Brief 2-on-1. Herman with the shot. Rebound off to the side. Corkle takes it. He gets taken down. No call on the play. Gao with the shot off the chest. And now a wraparound once again around Buttle. And Herman finds the back of the net to tie things up 6-6 with 4 minutes to go. So Quinn Herman gets his second goal of the game, answering back in a flurry. Neither team can really gain possession of this game. Been back and forth since the opening puck drop, and Quinn Herman ties things up with his second of the game with 4 minutes to go. It is 6-6. Ensuing face-off, one forward by Team Red, throws it towards the net, just misses out wide. Thompson now takes it on the far side boards, chips it up to Corkle. Another brief 2-on-1 for Team Blue. Corkle just has that one roll off the end of his blade. Hopkins at the blue line, coming up forward, fans on the pass attempt, and right now has to come back with it. Team Blue being led by Trent Keenan. Keenan takes it out wide, switching places. Hopkins now takes him out to the blue line. Heasby with the shot on, rebound far side, but Keenan couldn't put his stick on it as that gets taken out by Corkle, but turnover at the blue line. Right in front of him, takes a shot. That's off a body into this close hand boards, off the tape of Zigraliski. He's got 2 goals in this game. Unwin keeps it in momentarily. Thompson finally able to push that one out of the blue line. Zigraliski right beside him. And then sent down deep into blue territory. Allows Hopkins to take a breath and look up ice. Pass it cleanly over to the far hand side. Corkle just out of reach of him, as now Heasby is leading the charge in for Team Red. He'll get around a hit, take it, centering feed to Mannyberry. Just couldn't quite shoot that one cleanly. Thompson trying to get it out of the zone without a stick and couldn't quite kick it over the line. Once again trying, but couldn't pick up his stick or get it out. Restanek had a clean outlet pass to Kim, but finally gets it up to Dyken. Dyken looks towards the net, through off the pad, glancing of Ion Rao. Up the ice the other way comes Mannyberry with some steam, throws it on net, in and out of the glove of Buttle to the far side corner. Out towards the blue line, snapping a shot on, looking for a tip in front, still jamming away at it, and a rebound just glances off this inside post. Buttle without his stick, but it's right in his feet as he bends down and collects it. Dice Roth goes onto this close side boards, deep into the corner of red territory, trying to hold the line, unable to do so. Clearing attempt, picked up by Barker. Barker will lead up over the blue line. Turnover coming back the other way is Gao. Gao gets pinned off the puck. Great back check there by Restanek. As Theodore Kim takes it behind his net. 90 seconds to go in this game, tied up 6-6. Opportunities, taking a shot, just missing the net wide was red team. Blue trying to exit the zone, kept in though by Yulsing. Barker doing his best to protect it with the body. Black takes it into the corner, throws it out front to Herman with a stick tap over top of the body of Buttle. Herman regains possession. He'll just cycle that down low to Black. Black gets shoved into the end boards. Kim couldn't come away with it. Gao looks for a centering feed, gets it out to the blue line. Kumo over to Black, back to Kumo. Center point, takes a shot on, tipped in front. Herman trying to slow things down, settle it for a clean shot, and does, and it flutters over into the far side corner. Under a minute to go, coming up on 40 seconds in a tie 6-6 game. Centering feed, but that one's picked off by Kim. Heading up ice now. Theodore Kim has Levesque there with him. Slides it for a backdoor, but a line change. Doesn't see that pass get through cleanly. Now coming up ice one more time is Ronan Gao. Trying to get a step on Riley. Does, gets taken down. Penalty coming up, and it looks like it's going to be against Riley for a hooking call. Patrick is heading to the box. 2 minutes for hooking in the final 21 seconds of this third period in a tie game. So 6-on-5 power play for 21 seconds here in favor of Team Red, but a timeout called. Team Red coach really wanting to discuss things here with his team. A big moment in this game. 21 seconds, tie game 6-6 with a 6-on-5 advantage and an offensive zone face-off. So timeout called for Team Red. Also gives Team Blue a great opportunity here to talk about their defensive progressions and what they're going to line up as to try to defend this final 21 seconds of this third period. Timeout overs. Both teams now making their way back to the face-off dot. Going to be onto the far side of the ice. So Nicholas Buttle will go resume his position in his crease. And a tie 6-6 hockey game, 21 seconds to go. But a power play, so 5-on-4 advantage for Team Red. Gao trying to tell everyone the plan on the ice. He'll line up against Cole Mitchell in the faceoff dot. Gao wins that one back, but chipped forward. Austin Schultz on the rush, shorthanded. 15 seconds. He'll get pinned off the puck. Great back check there by Team Red. A couple of them converge on him to the blue line. Hopkins, 7 seconds. Fires one on net, blocked in front by Heasby. And he'll take it, looking for a stretch ice pass, but buzzer sounds. That does it for the third period here in the final game of the night. Tied up 6-6 is the score here. So this game is going to go to overtime. So it's regular season hockey overtime rules. So 5 minutes of 3-on-3 overtime coming up in this game. It might be 4-on-3 though, because Patrick's still in the box for that slashing call against him. But Buttle resumes to his crease on the other side. Ion Brow resumes to his crease as well. Patrick makes his way to the penalty box in this back and forth intense 6-6 hockey game heading to overtime. So like I said, it is 5 minutes of 3-on-3 overtime. Sudden death, so next goal wins. But of course it's going to be 4-on-3 since the power play in favor of Team Red. No flood of the ice. We'll just get this one started, give them a little bit of a water break, and right back into the action here to end off day one. And if this is not the proper way to end off the first day of this tournament, I don't know what is. Close game throughout, going to overtime, sudden death, and here we go. Team Blue versus Team Red, tied up at 6 apiece, and overtime is underway. Black trying to get it up to Herman. Taken over by Wright, who just sends it down to the end boards. So power play for a minute 30 in this overtime frame. Stretch ice pass connected to Unwin, but right there to get it is Hopkins. Sends it back down behind the net of Rao. Keesby right down the middle, connects with Black, into the offensive zone, tries to cut out wide, hammers the brakes, gets it down low now, but runs into the body of Wright. Black still battling out to the blue line. Heesby over to Unwin. Unwin looking towards the net, snaps a shot in and out of the body, and that one was blown dead early by the referee. Quick trigger finger as he calls that one down, even though it looked like puck was still out and moving. Lucky break there potentially for Team Blue. Stays a 6-6 tie game. Face-off coming to the glove hand side of Buttle. Power play still out for 56 seconds. Face-off won back by Team Red. Over towards Dunkley, goes down low to Gow. He gets his pocket picked by Rustinik, who's down the ice, short-handed rush in overtime. Sharp angle, throws it towards the net, up in the air. Gow comes down with it, but then leaves it off for his teammate, who now will come up slowly. Ronan Gow cuts over the logo, goes out wide, slows things down over the blue line, gets around Dyken. Now trying to go one-on-one with Barker. He'll get slammed into the boards, which allows Rustinik to get it to the blue line and then send it cleared down the ice. 15 seconds left of power play time. 3:30 to go in this 5-minute 3-on-3 sudden death overtime. Gow takes it out of his own zone. He'll go streaking down the ice once again, entering with speed this time, cuts out wide, has his pocket picked by Rustinik. Up to Dykens, back to even strength. It's going to be 4-on-4 with Patrick out of the box. Goes for a line change, takes a shot, and Ronan Gow ends this game, beating the pad of Buttle to give Team Red the 7-6 overtime win. Couldn't have asked for a better way to end day one of this tournament than with a 7-6 overtime thriller. A win and a goal by Ronan Gow, his second of the tournament, to give Red the 2-win day and push Blue to 1-1 after the first day of the tournament. Both teams now will meet for the handshake line and then awards to be presented after that. But 7-6 was the final overtime win by Team Red. Goals in this game, see if I can remember them all correctly. Scored 2 by Quinn Herman, 2 by Hayden Zigraliski, 2 by Jack Blake, and then 1 by Ronan Gow for the win. On the other side for Team Blue, you got Tristan Levesque-Mayer with 1, Kane Corkle with the goal, Declan McCrimmon with 2, Gareth Dykens and Austin Schultz finding the back of the net as well. As now it's time to line up for the awards. After this game, the game's Grit and Grind Award, brought to you by Brown Social House, locally owned and operated. Brown Social House Village Green provides the perfect balance between neighborhood pub and upscale casual dining. Our guests experience a premium casual environment that makes them feel at home, and that's what the term social house is all about. It's that simple. So Grit and Grind Award goes to Team Blue. Forward Hudson Dice-Roth out of Salmon Arm gets the Brown Social House Grit and Grind Award. 3 stars being awarded out right now. 3rd star going to Team Red, Hayden Zigraliski. He got a pair of goals in this game, so gets handed 3rd star. So 2nd star going to Team Blue, forward Theodore Kim. Played an outstanding game, had a couple assists on tonight's game, made some great plays out there on the ice. And then 1st star goes to the overtime hero, Ronan Gow, scored the game winner in this one. He's get handed 1st star of the game. 3 stars were brought to you by Nick Roughton, real estate professional with Century 21 Executives, where the focus is on relationships over transactions. Take the first step and call Nick Roughton, Century 21 Executives, at 778-212-3273 or visit VernonandColdstreamHomefinder.com. That does it for day 1 of this tournament. All 4 games are now in the books. Let's go through them. Game 1 was a red win 4-2 over Team Gray. Game 2 was a Team Blue win 5-3 over Team Black. Game 3, the afternoon games, saw Team Gray take out Team Black 9-2, and then an OT thriller to end off the day. Team Red winning 7-6 over Team Blue, thanks to Ronan Gao with the overtime winning goal. That does it for today. Day 1 of the tournament brought to you by Iron Ghost Construction. Back in action with the same schedule. Different matchups tomorrow starting at 8:15, 10:45, 4:15, then 6:45. Zach Stewart on the call with you, and I will be sticking around all weekend. So we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.